It's the scariest part of any renovation. Not true. It's the scariest part. Not true. What am I trying to say? Siliconing in a bathroom can be really difficult. I want to show you a couple different tricks that'll help you achieve professional looking results every single time. And it's not that hard. Stick with us, I'll show you. So the first thing I want to show you is I want to let you in on a little trade secret. And that's this translucent white silicone that we use from a company called DAP. The reason we love using translucent white is because it gives the appearance of a clear translucent silicone, but it has a little bit of pigment, a little bit of white pigment that helps blur that edge a little bit. So if there's any imperfections or if there's any gapping or anything like that, the translucent white actually kind of works like magic. It blends the corner in, blurs the line a little bit, making it look perfect every time. So one of the things that makes silicone tricky is that it sticks to anything, including your finger or whatever tool you're using to smooth it out in that corner. And so the first tip I want to show you is how you can use something as simple as glass cleaner to keep it from sticking to your finger, keep it from sticking to places you don't want it to go, and ultimately keeping that corner looking nice and smooth. So let me show you a little demonstration. You want to make sure that you don't create too big of an opening, and you actually want to cut the silicone tube on a bit of an angle. Now the reason for that is it'll help you control a nice even flow. Trust us, you'll thank us for that tip. I want to show you how sticky this stuff is. If I can open this. I'm going to pierce the inside. I'm going to lay out 2 strips of silicone on this paper towel here, and I want to show you the difference between using glass cleaner and using nothing at all. Even size beads. What's that? What the heck is that? Oh, you know what it was? It's from the scraper. I know, it's disappointing. We're disappointed too that there was a black fleck in our demonstration, but you get the idea. We obviously don't want that. No one wants that. So I've got 2 very even beads of silicone here, and I want to show you what happens without anything on my finger as I try to smooth this on the paper towel. So watch this one closely. As I run my finger down, you'll notice that the silicone, I can smooth it, but it sticks to everything. My finger is now covered in silicone, and that's going to happen to the walls. It's going to happen to anything. That's exactly what it's designed for. It's designed to stick. And that can make shaping the silicone very difficult. If you actually dip your finger in a little bit of the glass cleaner, so now my finger is saturated in glass cleaner, if I run my finger down the side here, I can smooth that silicone, and you'll notice that it's not stuck to my finger at all. Don't mind me, I'm just fishing out that black pit and just shaping my silicone. Now I want to show you a couple different ways to apply the silicone to the wall to keep it from being a messy procedure. So let's start with this countertop here. I want to have silicone all the way where the quartz meets the tile, so all around the back perimeter of it. And as you can see, there's some obstructions. There's the faucets that are already installed on the sink. The faucets can actually make it difficult to get your caulking tube down and create a nice smooth bead. So in situations like this, we really recommend, if you're not a professional silicone or sealant master, we really think you should be putting tape down. And I'm going to show you how to do it. When taping for silicone, you really need to find the sweet spot. Not too big, not too small. Too big of a gap, and you'll be left with way too much silicone. Too small a gap, and you'll have a ridge that will collect mold and mildew. When laying out the silicone, again, it's important to find your sweet spot. Not too much material, but also want to make sure you get enough to fill that void. So as you're laying it down, take your time, smooth it into the corner, and make sure that you've got enough silicone there to fill the gap. This is a perfect example of why we use tape. When you can't get your caulking gun in the right orientation, it's so much easier to have the tape there, to make sure that you get a nice clean line after it's done. And once you've laid out that silicone, it's time to smooth it. So I'm going to dip my finger in a little bit of glass cleaner, and I'm just going to smooth that into the tape. Now the reason, again, why we're using glass cleaner is to make sure that it doesn't stick to my finger. Oh, geez, what did I do there? Oh, no one will see that. Just clean that up really quick, and let's get back to it. So the glass cleaner helps you get a nice smooth finish without pulling too much of that material out of the corner. You'll find that it just makes the whole tooling aspect easier to get a perfect result. Now for the good part. Let's remove that tape. There's not much to it. Just peel it off right away so that you don't get any skinning that peels the silicone out. But it's not that hard if you do it this way. If you don't have the experience, this is an easy way to get perfect results every single time. Siliconing can be a really messy job, and this eliminates all the guesswork. I mean, look at this. It looks absolutely amazing, and it only took a few minutes to tape it off. But it's not the only way to do it. You can also just lay a nice bead of silicone into the corner, and then go ahead and pick yourself up one of these tooling devices instead of your finger. Then you're going to apply the glass cleaner directly on top. This will prevent the silicone from sticking to the side walls as you're tooling it down. So you'll notice as you tool the silicone down, it will collect on the tooling device and not stick itself to the wall on either side. You really don't have to use the tooling device if you don't want. You can use your finger. The only big difference would be that that tooling device gives you different angles that give you perfect corners or different sized corners for whatever your circumstance may be. But the principle still remains. You lay a nice, beautiful, consistent bead of silicone, then you spray it with glass cleaner to keep it from sticking, and after it's sprayed with that, you can use really anything you want. Visa, MasterCard, Amex, no matter what you use, the silicone will only stick in the places you want it to stick. And what you'll be left with is a beautiful corner every single time. Now, this is a little bit simpler than using tape, but as you can see, we use all sorts of methods in our bathrooms to make sure we get perfect results that complement the work we've done. Hey, Visa? Yeah, I need a new card. No, I don't know what happened.